Yeah, welcome back to the best podcast of Riverdale
The only
ever.
podcast.
Yes, but they
Really?
don't know that.
Well, they do now,
Yes, but they don't need to know that.
but they do now.
But I guess, so we watched the last half of episode 18, and then we watched the last episode. So I guess James' idea is we're going to do just both of them right now.
That's right.
So we're going to do the two last episodes of Riverdale, season 5, episode 18, and then the finale, episode 19. So, and then that's it for season 5.
Wow.
And then season 6 is fucking
That's kind of cringe.
in like the 16th, I think, of November. So not too much of a break from us, or from, Riverdale. We will be blessed with more Riverdale.
Will we, though?
Yeah, in about a week.
Will we be blessed?
Yeah. I can't wait every single day. I'm just waiting for it. I'm like, please.
That's kind of cringe.
I sit out every single night. I sit in my bed, at the foot of my bed, and I just go into a prayer formation, and I put my hands together, and I'm like, Lord, please can I have more Riverdale? I cannot get enough of it. I need to know what the fuck Betty's cousins are doing and who they're gonna kill next. And I need to know how insane Cheryl is, because she gets crazy.
These last two episodes are a doozy.
Yeah, I mean, episode 18 was better. Episode 19. Episode 18 was like, it was kind of ass to get through. Because it was, for some reason, they decided to do, for the penultimate episode, the second to last episode, they're like, let's do another musical for some reason.
And it's actually too much.
I mean, no, really? There's like 200 songs for some reason. Like a song finishes and another one just opens right up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? And then James just destroyed something.
Yeah.
His
right.
life. His life. But yeah, I guess I'll just get into it.
You assume I had a life to destroy.
True.
I have no
True.
life.
I like how you're making that joke.
You're welcome.
I mean, it'd be too easy for me.
Put it down.
Yeah. But basically, this whole episode is like, it's just Alice and Betty, basically, throughout the whole
Literally.
episode. And then they're just saying their goodbyes to Polly. Because, she dies, I guess.
Yeah, it was just odd because she wasn't really in a lot of the season.
The episode starts with, I guess, them at the White Worm, and then asking about her mom.
Oh yeah.
And then she says that Alice is at home. And then this is listening to the Next to Normal soundtrack on repeat. Which I remember seeing at the end of the episode, there's like Next to Normal something in a picture, and I was like, the fuck is that? So I guess it's a album or something. I guess next to Normal, what the fuck? So Next to Normal, I guess, is like a fucking TV show in this universe or something?
I guess so.
Yeah, and then, so I guess we cut back to like their house, and Alice is like going crazy. Like, she's like, I don't know if she's hallucinating or whatever, but like she thinks that like Polly is still alive and in the house, and then what's her name? God, Charles, I guess. Your son,
Sure.
the serial killer
Charles
son.
Manson.
No, Charles, the guy that was like the
I know.
FBI guy. Okay. Do you know?
I know what the fuck you meant. Okay.
Okay. I
Might
thought
as
you.
well be called Charles Manson.
I thought you forgot his name after
Look.
the whole episode of him not being in it. I think,
Yeah.
or whole season. Wait, was he in it?
I can't
No, he
believe
was in it.
they brought him back for such a pointless role.
It's like, hey,
we know you're dead, but we need you to come back. We need you to be a fucking hallucination that sings. And he's like, sure.
He's not dead, is he? No.
Yeah, he is. He's dead.
No, he's not.
Or is it the chick? Oh, chick is dead.
Is he? Or are they just, like, in prison?
No, like, one of them got shot, didn't they?
Yeah. That was the son.
Oh.
I don't think he died, though.
I don't know.
You should know, we're fucking experts on this.
We're not, though.
Look, for fucking the amount of time that we put into this series, we should be.
Yeah, we probably should be, right?
But yeah, so she's like hallucinating, thinking that they're still alive, I guess, and just like dancing and singing. And like I said, there's like 800 songs in this. This fucking whatever it is, musical. In this one episode.
Yeah. And it was like a song for every fucking scene.
Yeah, there is. It's crazy, and it makes... It's dumb. Like, there's so many songs, and then, like... She's singing with Polly Charles, and then... apparently she sings about how Alice's son is a little odd and her husband's boring. This is Alice, or the mom. And then in this article it says, it's mostly true, but does being a serial killer count as being boring? Like, your husband's a fucking serial killer. Is he boring? I don't know. I'd rather my significant other be, or my spouse, be boring than a fucking serial killer, but that's just me, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the way it goes.
Yeah. And then, yeah, Betty, like, is singing to her mother, trying to help her or whatever. And then Charles is, like, dressed up in, like, a football thing, and then Polly's, like, still alive in this fucking universe that she made up. And I don't know, I guess Betty gets upset. And then... Yeah, I don't know. Like, the whole episode is just fucking...
Weird.
Yeah, it's just fucking... It's just that. It's just them singing, and then, like... Polly and her mom are just... Or not Polly. Fucking Betty and her mom are just fucking, like... Singing to each other.
Yeah, and it's, like... Really cheesy... Broadway songs.
Yeah. They all sound the same. To me, it's kind of like country music. All those type of
yeah
songs sound the same. Cause it's all exactly.
You guys okay?
I couldn't tell the difference between any of them.
Sorry.
And then there's some sort of confrontation. Betty's mom is like, "You left for 7 years and then you drove Polly away," and then she also like is like, "You fucking."
It's your fault.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Your fault.
And it's like,
your fault.
Not really. I mean, if fucking Polly wasn't being a fucking street whore, like really, like she was the one that was going out to the fucking truck drivers and having sex with them.
It's true.
She was the one being a prostitute.
It's true.
Betty didn't tell her to do that.
It's true.
And then she just did it one last time and then fucking died, I guess.
No kidding, really?
I mean, she was dead like the first. Like, when she was gone, basically.
Yeah. I mean...
Like since she left, I guess. She was just in the trunk. No one ever knew. I honestly thought that they'd, like, keep her alive, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well...
I thought we'd, like, find her and then she'd just be, like, tied up in somewhere.
She's not actually
dead. And then they'd save her. Yeah.
No, she's not actually dead.
No, she's not? She's just... That was just some random body that they found?
No, that was the Polly from a parallel Earth.
From a parallel Earth? Nice.
Look, at this point, nothing would surprise me, okay?
Give me a status report, guys.
We've pretty much seen it all.
Where you're going.
What if I told you? You were right.
Finally, it's finally gonna cross over with the Flash.
The
Flash will it'll finally be a decent episode of the Flash.
Yeah, that's what I really want to see. Is fucking. I really want to see the Flash team and fucking Archie them fucking team up.
Yeah,
That'd be great. So they can have lightsaber duels with each other, and then Cheryl can use her like magic or something, her witch magic, and then she can suck guys off with her awareness.
wow.
Like a moth to a flame.
And then apparently, and then Betty goes to talk to Kevin at the school for some reason after the fight with their mom, and then they have a sing off, and then Betty's like, and then Kevin's like, no, you need to help her, and then Betty's like, all right, I believe you, and then they do, and then they're like, you can't give up, and then she's like, I won't give up my mom.
You are privileged.
And then she doesn't, so that's cool.
The brain's fear mechanism evolved in response to predation, to beasts hunting us in the dark.
Yeah, and then here it says that they get rid of her mom's record player, which I don't remember that. But then it says like, promise to never leave her. Because they left for... Because she left for like 7 years or whatever. In the time skip. But then she's like, I won't leave now or whatever. And then... and then, this is where they go. They give, Polly a memorial service.
Alright.
And then... I like how this guy noticed it too, because I even said it to you. Well, I guess you weren't looking, but I was looking. And like, everyone was singing, and then like, but Jughead isn't singing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was kind of weird.
And I was like, what? And then here it says too, it's like, where for some reason Jug is the only one not singing. And he's like, he's been singing all episode, but what is he, too good for a group number? Even Frank is singing, which I guess is, Frank is...
It's just kind of fucking weird.
It was just like, wait. He's just like not singing and then watching everyone else sing. This is speaking of Frank, which I guess Frank is Archie's uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, and then this is the other part. This is the Archie part of the story with Veronica, where like this is here after finally getting her divorce and getting to be with Archie. Veronica doesn't want to waste any time, so she suggests they move in together.
Your pupils have
So they end up moving into like Archie's place, and then Veronica will also be living. Wait, and then because they're living in Archie's place, I guess Frank also lives in Archie's, and then also Jughead too. So, and then here too, in this, I like how this article like just is so in tune with what I'm thinking too, and what we think, because it says like, and because Archie's still a fireman, a plot point I completely forgot about. He's not home a lot, which means Veronica's mostly living with, well, Jughead. Frank is also an unqualified fireman.
Yeah.
I mean,
aren't they all unqualified?
Yeah, half the town is unqualified.
The whole town.
Yeah, the whole town. Like, they're all unqualified because all of them are teachers, firemen, the police. They're like literally everything, and they have 4 different jobs for some reason.
You gotta pay the bills somehow, man.
I guess. Who's fucking paying them?
Oh wait, it's not really a town, so there's no bills to pay.
Yeah, there's no. It's unincorporated.
Yeah. Do they even get to pay taxes? Maybe they shouldn't be a town.
You're right.
Look at them, Batman, as they quake in
But yeah, because of the whole like Archie's a fireman thing, she starts getting like second guesses, and she starts going like, I'm feeling like how I was with Chad or whatever. Like I'm the second fiddle, and it's like what? Like you could just work at Stocks or whatever and do that whole thing again.
Yeah.
And like you know, Archie's a fucking fireman, so like I don't know why. I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, the whole show is kind of cringe.
Yeah. So then apparently Archie tells Veronica about his stockbroker dreams, and then at that point she realizes that Archie and her have different visions for their lives.
Yeah, which I find funny is like Veronica's just like, let's move in together, babe, and like literally a scene there, let's break up. Babe.
Yeah, they're like maybe we should, and she's like maybe we should stop on this whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole fucking season, she's like, hey, I'm gonna break up with this guy, and I'm gonna get together with you.
No, she's like, hey, you can't have sex with me, I'm still married. And then, like, a bunch of episodes later, I'm divorced, babe, have sex with me. And now she's like, this is boring.
No, the whole season, she's like, I'm gonna divorce this guy so we can fuck and, you know.
Yeah. That's exactly what she said.
And be dating. Yeah. But then she's like, literally the moment they're back together, she's like, I want to be a stockbroker in New York, baby. And it's like, alright, I guess.
Literally.
So in the article it says, so just as quickly as they got back together, they decided to take some time apart.
Literally.
God, it's funny. And then apparently, meanwhile, Jughead and Tabitha, I guess, are officially a thing now.
Yep, of course they are.
And then, then her parents or whatever come back, right? From
we all knew that was going to happen.
Which, until I didn't know, I forgot the reason why they came back, but apparently it's because of Mother's Day. This article just reminded me.
Oh, yeah.
So Tabitha invites Jughead to join them for dinner because they meet up. They like met them, or her parents surprised Tabitha at like the shops, and then Jughead was there working, and then
shops chocolate pop.
Yeah, same thing.
The clock tower.
And then Jughead was like,
"You're reconnected to the main."
"Oh, I'm Jughead taps her in the ass,
okay,
and then her parents were like, "Whoa, you guys dating?" And then they're like, "Yeah, I guess." So that was a thing. And then her parents are kind of like upset about it. It's like, what? You're dating a fucking lowlife Jew? That's not cool.
Whoa. I'm sure that's not what they said.
That's what they said. You can go watch it. We can go watch the episode again.
No.
From start to finish.
No.
But that's exactly what they said, so trust me. Because I'm the master of Riverdale. Yeah, so she calls Jughead her boyfriend, and then Jug's like, maybe we could be boyfriend, girlfriend for realsies, and then she's like, alright, I guess we will. And then, like, when Jughead's getting out of the fucking, his job, I guess, his shift, fucking Tabitha's dad is, like, sitting in a fucking car, and then he like, calls over Jughead to, like, go in the car with him. And there's like a weird red light, and then he basically like is threatening him. He's like, maybe she's out of your league. Maybe you can't date her. You can't. Maybe don't show up in the fucking party. Just stand her up.
Yeah.
Maybe don't show up and do all this shit or whatever. And then he's like, with all due respect, maybe I won't. Or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna show up anyway. I love your daughter, bitch. And then he takes out a strap on and fucks him in the ass.
Yeah, because that would happen.
It's Riverdale, anything can happen. Oh yeah, and that, I guess it goes to like, fucking, because there's always like 4 or 5 different plot lines in fucking Riverdale, for some reason.
There's just 5?
No, there's like, in one episode, right, it switches between like 8 different characters.
Yeah.
And then, so, Britta, which I didn't even realize that was her name, is the gay girl that's like, that's like the gay high school girl that's like in the football team with all the guys. So she's back. She comes out to her parents that are gay, whatever, which I think happened last episode. And then she goes to like, and then I guess she gets kicked out or she just leaves. She doesn't want to be with her parents. So Tony's like, I feel like I have to help her, and then Tony's like, I have to find a house for her to live in or whatever. And then I think Fangs is the one that like suggests to her to like, oh, hey, we have one person that we know could help, Cheryl. Of all people, like they're like, hey, Cheryl can fucking help with this shit.
Because like, that's a good idea.
Because she's stable and
she's Why would you? Like, hey, you want a kid that's fully grown?
That needs to die already.
Sure.
No one's sticking him out.
You're mentally stable. You can do it.
You want a kid that's a teenager? All right. Yeah, mentally stable. You totally didn't have your brother in the basement of your thing, all like embalmed, so you still had his skin, and then you still don't have your brother in bones and a skeleton in a fucking casket in your house somewhere.
Yeah.
So you're totally good to go. So Fang suggests that. Tony, for some reason, takes his advice. So while Cheryl takes care of Britta for the time being. And then, oh yeah, this part was fucking really weird. Tony like goes back home and then tells Fangs that like she thinks she loves him.
Oh yeah.
And then that was the funny part to me where you were like, that was the funny part to me where you were like, while we were watching, you were like, but then you were like, but then he's like, I'm gay.
Well,
you're like,
because I couldn't remember if he was just gay or bi.
No, but it was really funny because you were like, because he was like, or no, she was like, I think I love you, and then you were like, but I think I'm gay.
Can you imagine if he actually just said that though?
That'd be funny, true. That'd be funny, true. I mean, that'd be funny too. You just be like, but I like penis. And then she's like, well, I can get a sex change.
Jesus. No.
You transphobic? Confirmed on Riverdale?
No.
Confirmed on Griffins, Gargoyles, and Gamers?
No.
Episode 17 or whatever the fuck?
Oh my god. You need to just shut your fucking mouth before I shut it for you.
It's okay, we're gonna cancel you, it's fine. We're gonna find where you live.
Not before
and where you work.
Before I cancel you.
I'm uncancelable.
Brilla's a racist.
Yeah, they already know that.
Okay.
Tell them something they don't know. You know? You know what I mean? Yeah, apparently at the end of that... So, literally by the end of the episode, they're just like a full-blown couple, and I guess they have the kid that they were raising.
Yeah. I mean, they already had the kid, but yeah.
I know, but now Fangs is just like, I guess I'm the dad now.
Yeah.
Wait, you know he was the dad though, right? Wasn't
he? Yeah.
It was like his sperm or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the article, it's like, I have no real feelings. At the end of the episode, they're a full-blown couple. And I have no real feelings about it, which is a problem I have with all of Riverdale at the moment. And I'm like, that's so true. And then yeah, I guess that was it for the...
He's fine. You'll see him soon.
For that episode. I don't remember how it ends, I guess.
I mean it.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's just a musical, nothing really happens.
Yeah.
They're just like, alright. And then, yeah. That's it for that episode.
Is it though?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
No,
For,
no one on the next one?
That's, yeah, it's basically it for, what was it, episode 18? No, not Epsilon, what the fuck, phone? What the fuck is an Epsilon? Come on, James, you can tell us what an Epsilon is. Or not.
An Epsilon?
Yeah.
It's when I'm gonna fucking beat your ass.
Yeah. so riveting. I need to know.
No, you don't. An epsilon is an on with an epsilon.
What? What does that even mean?
I don't know what it is. Okay? You shut your mouth.
You should know.
No.
Come on.
I thought you took a degree in epsilon-ish.
No, that's... Maybe it jams from a parallel Earth.
Nice. Jams that's more successful?
Fuck off.
Also, why the fuck you just... Why are all these firemen being kidnapped?
Because they're firemen?
This is an
They're
episode,
actual firemen, unlike Archie.
This is an episode of Riverdale?
Yeah.
But I never signed up for this.
Also, is Archie one of them?
The fires, now the whole
Did you
city
save
under
him?
attack.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh,
Positive
nice.
the arsonist we were
Unfortunately.
tracking was Firefly.
Nice. Good job.
Fire.
Alright, but... Yeah, so that's it for the episode. Nothing really happens in episode 18.
Those
So,
fires was something else.
it's not really,
It's all the worst I've
Oh
seen.
yeah, that's right.
Was there
Cool.
anything linking them?
it's musicals
Location, type of building.
and stuff. What the fuck are you doing?
They were all abandoned tenements.
And I'm rubbing his nipple for all everyone that wants to know.
I can't say for
Alright,
sure.
you want me to cancel you?
Don't worry. You'll be taken.
Really
back to
likes
the CBD.
country music.
Wait here.
What? No!
Cancelled.
I don't like country music. What the fuck? That's a bull-faced lie.
Why was it on your phone?
It's not on my phone.
I just saw you listening to Sweet Home Alabama, you fucking cringe-ass motherfucker.
No, I didn't. Look, that one song is good, alright?
Did you just say that one song is good?
Yeah.
Watch out
I
for
wasn't talking about that one. I was talking about she thinks my tractor's sexy.
You just said Sweet Home Alabama.
No, no,
Yeah.
I didn't say it. No,
Yeah, you did. I can literally go back in the fucking...
no, you're fucking.
There's a
full-
recording of this
you're
being
fucking
recorded
full
right
of
now.
shit is what you are.
I can scroll back like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, really? Can you?
Yeah, I
Oh,
can.
wow.
Back to Riverdale. So now we're on episode 19. The last, final episode of this fucking season 5 of this fucking ridiculous show.
And then we fucking stop this
Of this
podcast,
stupid
right?
show.
Scarecrow needs
I mean,
something about the bat.
you do know there's a season 6 coming
No, no, please,
in November 16
please, no,
in like a week or so.
please, God, no,
You know.
no,
You know.
Nice if Scarecrow got one of
no,
those
fuck you.
and apologize for gassing us.
And we're gonna watch
was a
all
per-
of it.
It was the perfect episode to end the series.
No, so we're gonna keep going. We need to know the trash bag killer and other things. Like,
I mean, at least he's alive.
and we need to know
From now on.
who the trash bag killer is related to. Is it Betty? Or is it Cheryl? Or is it both of them? Trick question, it's both of them. Because they're both related.
Nice.
But yeah, so we're doing episode 19 now, the finale, the final episode of season 5, and then season 6 will start up soon after. Oh, so apparently, I mean, so we just watched this, but I don't remember this until this article just said this, but apparently Reggie told Veronica that he didn't quite pass the test, he needed to become a stockbroker.
Oh,
I didn't realize that there was a test.
yeah, I
To
didn't
become a
realize that was a
stockbroker.
test either.
Although apparently he wants to open a casino with Veronica.
It's kind of cringe.
It is kind of cringe. But apparently he has another idea. He wants to open a fucking casino in
Wow.
Riverdale. Because apparently there's enough people to fucking run a casino.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
There's no going back.
I mean, I guess it's a good idea since they're all poor anyway.
I don't want their forgiveness.
You can just take all their money even more. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. But apparently, because Veronica...
Leave the missing fire crew
But
to
Veronica
die.
has, like, other ideas. She wants to, like, go back to New York and resume her role of, quote, the she-wolf of Wall Street, which I fucking hate that stupid title.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's like, we fucking get it, okay? You're good at selling stocks for some reason, even though Even though we've never seen you do it, aside from like the one time. I guess you're good at money somehow. But apparently Veronica calls. She like Skypes one of her New York people, and then like the New York guy. Like I don't know how they all know this, but somehow he mentions that like, oh, maybe you shouldn't come here. That's not a very good idea. And then she's like, why not? And then like he's like, well, just because you fucking murdered Chad.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, wait, what? Wait, how do they know this? Who knows this? So I guess she just outright was like, she just told the truth to the cops. It was like, yeah, I just fucking killed this guy.
Yeah.
And then I guess they printed it in a newspaper, and then I guess everyone in New York knows about it for some reason, somehow.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how, like, isn't New York, I thought there'd be way more things, interesting things in New York, like more interesting news in New York than something that happened in a small town. Like, I don't even know how they know about this. But apparently she has a new nickname, the Black Widow of Wall Street. I wish they would just stop fucking using stupid ass names like that. Because it's just fucking stupid. So yeah, and then he should just like, should stay away for a while. And then apparently across town, Archie and Barry are like day drinking together.
Nice.
And then for some reason Archie tells her about the breakup. And then, oh yeah, I didn't realize it was during the day, but apparently the article said it was day drinking. But they're at the weight room.
Oh right.
And then Betty's like, but I got some good news. I'm fucking graduated. And I'm the fucking FBI agent Cooper now. Because I don't know whose fucking bright idea at the FBI was it to be like, hey, let's make her a full-fledged FBI now. And then, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, then you mentioned something that was funny, because like, they say something about Quantico, right?
Yeah.
And I guess that's where, like, the FBI...
Yes.
That's where you have to, like, go.
I haven't seen
Do you have to, like, strictly go there to become FBI, or can you just, like... Is it only there? Do you know?
No.
Okay.
I think so. I think yeah, it's only at Quantico.
So, like, if you want to become an FBI agent, you have to, like, go to this place, and then do, like, tests and shit or whatever?
Yeah, why? Are you interested?
No.
Cool.
Do I look like a fucking person that wants to hunt serial killers?
Yeah.
No, I want to be a serial killer.
Whoa. Cancelled.
You heard it here.
Kinda cringe.
You heard it here first.
Kinda cringe.
This is Griffins, Gargoyles, and Gamers. What's it called? Secret, new update.
Well, I will be the first to notify the authorities.
You can't prove anything. I'm not a serial killer. I just have the serial killer genes. Why'd you just look at me, you weirdo? But yeah. But then apparently she like... But like, you mentioned something that was like... That like, was so funny too, where like... she passed the, like, you know, she's now an officially special agent. But then you're like, wait... Like, did she pass an exam? Like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that mean she went to Quantico and passed their exams? And I was like... Yeah, wait, how did she find all that time to do that in between all the stupid shit that was happening in Riverdale? Like, in the meantime, how do all these people have... I think they all have more than 24 hours in a day.
Oh, of course.
I think they have like 30 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Because they all have like 4 or 5 different jobs. Betty can somehow become an FBI agent, even though she's stalking serial killers 24/7.
Yeah.
And apparently all it takes to pass the thing is just, you know, solving a serial killer case. Once. Or just being so obsessed with it, always being in the middle of it. But yeah, then Archie does like a last minute surprise party for her achievement. For some reason, the whole town's there again. It's fucking like literally everyone, like Tabitha, Jughead, like everyone's there. The sheriff that we haven't seen in like 20 episodes. Betty's mom and all that shit. And then, yeah, suddenly they're all like... Suddenly it's all like hinting at them, like... You even called it too, it's hinting them throughout the whole episode of like... They're gonna bang and be a thing now again.
Oh, Betty and Archie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like... That is the one and only thing. The one and only thing that is like... That is like the same as like the comics.
Yeah.
Everything else is like, does Jughead like food? Nope. Is
Okay, we'll join a couple of rides.
I don't know, is like Veronica's dad just a millionaire, but not a evil, corrupt millionaire weirdo? And they're also like, you know, are they just white? No, they're fucking Spanish or whatever in this.
Yeah.
The one and only thing that is like the same from the comics is that like Archie flips between Veronica and Betty.
Mm.
Because remember they also have like a thing where they decide to fuck each other like in the beginning of this season? Remember that?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then Veronica and Archie get back together.
Oh, yeah.
And Veronica and Archie, for like 4 seasons, they decide to fuck each other. But now it seems like they're like, hey, now it's our turn. Archie and Betty, our turn now to fuck.
See, I called it. And the only reason I called it, because I Googled the information myself.
What? Did you?
Yeah, I read it somewhere.
What?
Yeah. But it's so predictable, though.
I mean, yeah, you could have guessed it just by... I mean, I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't say it because it was like... It's pretty obvious when fucking movies or shows want to be like, oh, these two are going to get together, right? Because they just like start talking to each other more and doing more shit like that together. And then apparently, I guess at one point, Tabitha and Jughead decide to move in together. I don't know.
Sure.
So that's a thing. Oh, another thing. So now Jughead, on top of doing all the other stuff, Jughead is now going to be the, I guess, the head person for overseeing like the student newspaper at the school.
That's right.
And then if that goes well, he could be like a teacher again. Like I said,
That's not really how it works in the real world, but yeah.
Like I said, I don't know how... I mean, they're also short on staff, so they sort of need people to be teachers, but like... I don't know how they always have like 20 different jobs. They just keep taking on more and more jobs. They're like... I already have like 8 different jobs. I'm already like a miner. I'm already like a fireman. I'm already a teacher, but I guess I can take on this other job, this 5th job of being a newspaper person or whatever. So I guess that's what he's going to do. And then Tabitha mentions that her lease is going to be up in the fall and then you mentioned something that was funny. Where they're like, wait, there's apartments in Riverdale?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, what? There's just one. And there's like at least 8 serial killers in there that are living there. And they murder people all the time.
Yeah, I thought they were talking about like some fucking family of serial killers, but what happened to that?
That was the people that they went into two episodes ago.
Right.
Yeah. And then yeah, but I just picture like this one hotel in fucking Riverdale, or this one apartments thing. And it's just like, and then there's a murder there that happens every single night. But of course they never mention it until next season. So yeah, and then Jughead like suggests like, oh, maybe we can move in together because your fucking thing is up. And then I might have more money because I might be able to get my job in the fall or whatever as a teacher back again. Or some bullshit. Oh yeah, and then like, I forget what happens, but like as they're like at the Pop's chocolate shop, and then like a lot of them leave, and then like there's like some, and then it cuts to like a parked car right outside, and there's like a dude with like face paint with like skulls on his face.
Oh yeah.
That's how he just like gets up and like walks away. He gets up, walks away, and like scary music plays. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on now? What the fuck is this shit? And then like he gets up and then it cuts away, and then like it goes to Archie and him at like the fire station, and they're playing like fishing cards or whatever, go fish or whatever. And then they all get like a notification on their phone, and they're like, "Pop's chocolate shop is on fire!" And then they all start like running toward it, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Who's telling them this?" It was like,
there's such a delay in it too. It's like Archie looking at his phone for like literally an hour, and then he's like, "Pops is on fire."
It took him a while to read. He's not very good at reading, okay?
That's what happens when you have your shirt off and everything.
Yeah, he's got
Depletes your brain cells.
He's got about a 4th grade level of reading comprehension.
Wow.
But yeah, for somehow I guess I don't know if it was a Twitter notification that they got this information from.
Yeah, probably.
I guess there's a Riverdale town Twitter account or something, or
Ritterdale.
Oh god,
Twitterdale.
Oh god.
It's even worse.
Or someone just notified them and then they're like, "Let's go!" And then like everyone shows up, Tabitha and Jughead, and the whole town, and they're like, "It's on fire!" But then like when you look at it, it's only like the right half of the store is on fire, and like the left half is fine. And they're like, "No!" And then like it cuts to them like after the whole thing is on fire. And they're like, "No, it's destroyed." And they're like, "Well, we can't pay, like, you know, because they're low on money or whatever the fuck." But it's like half the store is still okay. Half the store is still fine and normal, and then like the last half is like just all on fire and shit. And just destroyed. So I'm like, well, you could just use half of the store then. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
And you know, I just realized now, like, I think you know why they did that. Because I'm like, oh, that's weird, it's only like half the store. It's because like it's like a real life like shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it exists in fucking
Langley,
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, well, we can't like have the whole thing destroyed because we need to use it for fucking or stop or like for actual money.
Exactly.
So like we can destroy half of it. That's fine. But they all start like going, "Oh shit, who did this?" And then they're like, "Well, it was the Ghoulies." And they're like, "Well, what's his motive? Who was it?" And then they're all like, "Well, maybe it was like, it was obvious it was Tabitha's parents because they didn't want to fucking with Jughead, and then like they didn't like they wanted her to do the thing that like worked for them or whatever the fuck."
Yeah.
But then Archie's all like, dons on his fucking Batman mask and is all like, I fucking know who it is. Let me show you, I know who it fucking is.
He's like, Hiram's just like, I'm gonna take over Riverdale. I'm gonna love that. And Archie's just beside him. Then you're gonna love me.
Where are the drugs? You mean the Jingle Jangle? Yeah, those.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and then it cuts to like Hiram in his fucking like little office or whatever. He's like drinking a fucking scotch or whatever. And then fucking it just like pans to the door, and then Archie just goes boom, like busts the door open with his foot, breaks the locks and whatever the fuck, and then comes in, storms in. And he's like, and then Hiram like gets up out of his fucking room or whatever, and he's like, "What's this? I didn't call fucking room service or whatever. Room service." Because I guess it's like the hotel that he was in. I don't know. I thought he was in his office.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and then Archie just like slaps the fucking drink out of his hand.
Oh yeah, and it like smashes on the floor.
Yeah. He's like,
I didn't order room service.
Yeah. And then just fucking bitch slaps his drink out of his hand.
Yeah.
and then turns around, slams him against their desk, butt fucked him in the ass.
Whoa!
And then,
I missed that part.
Yeah, you didn't see
and
that
by
part?
missed, and I mean I didn't miss that part because it didn't happen.
Yeah, you missed that part? You missed the whole full orgy gay sex scene that happened?
No, I must have dozed off because it was so fucking boring.
But yeah, then they just like cuff him immediately, and they're like, "You're under arrest." And I was like, "What the fuck? This is not how. You don't have any proof. This is not how fucking shit like this works. You don't just go like, hey, I think you did it. You're under arrest."
I love how like the sheriff was even there too.
Yeah, like
cool, like because like they're just so sick of Hiram's shit.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, you don't have any proof. I mean, you just have a hunch. Like, I guess he did it. Which I mean, I guess he did do it, but it's like you still don't have proof. It's so stupid. And then it cuts to like fucking what's it like Tony and Fangs, and they're doing this at the chocolate shop, I think, too, and they're torturing the fucking ghoulie guy.
Yeah.
She has like
was it at Pops?
I think it was.
Or was it at the school?
No, as I remember, I think it was at like the chocolate shop.
Oh shit. Nice.
And it's like, wait, one, why are you doing this? Two, like, wait, you're a teacher or you're like a principal of the school. Why are you doing this? And two, she had like a pike in her hand, and like he had like a hole in his fucking head, and he's all bleeding, and they're torturing the shit out of this guy. And they're like trying to get information out of him, and then he's like, and then he confirms that it was Hiram, and then they're like, fuck.
Nice.
Like after the fact, after they're arresting him, they're like, oh, it was Hiram. And then like, I forget what happens, but then they're like basically just like, because the ghoulies wanted to do that, because like they're like, the ghoulies are gonna run the town now and they're gonna fucking rule it or whatever. And that's what Hiram said.
Yeah.
But then they're like, no, the serpents will fucking. Do you want an all-out war between the serpents? But then they're like, the serpents are like bullshit and they're lame. And then Tony's like, what the fuck? And then they start beating him more. And I was like, all right. And then Tony's like, we're gonna revive the serpents and make them better and all this shit. And I was like, why? Aren't you like a teacher and shit? Aren't you like a principal in the school? Why do you want to do this? It doesn't make any sense. And then also, don't you have a kid? Why are you like, no, we want to make the gang better and back to how we were with a bunch of fans and all this shit. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
God, can you stop?
Dude, your nipples are so ripe.
God, no. No.
Oh, man. But yeah, then apparently they're searching through Hiram's office, Betty, Archie, Veronica, to find some sort of evidence. They find out that Hiram somehow incorporated the town of Sodale, which is just like a bunch of... There's nothing even there.
Yeah, I know.
Just a bunch of like grass and shit, but then he's gonna like do that, but then he's gonna like somehow morph the town of Riverdale, because it's unincorporated, into his town and get the palladium or some bullshit. I don't even remember the stupid shit. But then somehow Archie and Betty are talking about something in the... No, Veronica and Archie are talking in the car about something. They're like, maybe we need to do something with your dad. Maybe we need to make him gone forever from the town. And they're like, what?
And he's basically like, what if we killed him?
They're like, what if he was just...
For a Klondike bar.
Yeah, for a Klondike bar. They're like, what if he's just gone? I'm like, what? Okay. And then Reggie shows up and he's like, maybe I can help, but then gives him like a fucking USB drive in the rain.
Yeah.
With some sort of irrefutable proof of some bullshit or something.
Sure.
Yeah. And then, so, yeah, because they were planning to kill him, and then I guess Archie and Archie and Veronica are like, well, I guess we don't have to kill him now. Which was apparently...
looked disappointed.
Yeah. Which was apparently Veronica's plan, to kill her fucking dad.
I guess.
Like, oh my god, how far have we come from fucking season 1 when all this shit was innocent?
Yeah, I know.
When it was just high school shit. Actually, it never was high school shit, but at least it was pretend high school shit for a while. I love how this article says, because nothing says our romance is over, like killing your father together.
We need to shut this checkpoint down.
Yeah, and then it cuts back to Jughead. He's teaching the kids about journalism or some bullshit. Then Tabitha lets him know that the insurance isn't going to help her pay because she's been, instead of paying the insurance, she's been paying her employees the money.
Yeah.
Because she can only do one or the other. So yeah, so now she's fucking screwed. And the Jughead apparently has an idea for how she can deal with her anger. Oh yeah, and then they have the smart idea because Jughead's like, "Hey, I have an idea," and then it cuts to them fucking outside. You know, yeah, because throughout the season, or was it halfway through this episode, they mentioned something about the lodge ledgers or some bullshit.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
first time we've actually heard of it.
The first time we've heard of this newspaper that is like Hiram's personal newspaper, I guess, and talks shit about Riverdale and talks good about his stuff. Which, this is the first time in 5 seasons that we fucking know about, that we've even heard about this. I'm like, where did this come from all of a sudden?
Yeah.
And then so Tabitha and Jughead have the smart idea of, so their place got lit on fire, so they are outside the fucking newspaper thing. Then they decide to fucking have a Molotov in their hand, lit it up, and throw it into the fucking store and blow it up. I don't know why they thought that was a smart idea, but they did. So they throw it up and they burn up this fucking whole thing. The competition. And now there's no more competition for Jughead's newspaper thing.
So fucking weird.
Yeah.
This show's so fucked.
They're like, well, they created arson, so we're going to do arson on their store. Their newspaper thing that we just heard about now in this season.
May as well just come up with the idea to just burn all of Riverdale to the ground and then just start over.
Yeah. Yeah, and then while they're doing that, Veronica and Archie kidnap Hiram from this jail cell with a gun with Veronica with a gun pointed to his head.
Yeah, and they're like, "Let's go."
They're like, "Let's go."
And Hiram is just like, "Okay."
What's he doing? What's he doing?
And then it cuts to them being outside, just like in a random forest or something. And then like the whole town's there again, so like literally the sheriff, Veronica with the gun, like the moms and like everything.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, and then like they show what's happening. Or Veronica shows her dad what's happening, like what was on that thumb drive that she got from Reggie, and it's like, remember that thing where he killed that old guy with the pillow with the gun in the old folks' home?
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, the recording wasn't destroyed, and
yeah. Old Reg boy kept it.
Yep. So everyone's seen it. There's a recording of it, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then fucking Veronica's like, "If you don't want us to show this, you better fucking leave and go out of this town." And then points the gun at them. And then, you know, she tells her father to run and never return, which seems to work. And then, you know, apparently everyone and her is holding a gun, so that's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know what her plan is though, like, because I mean he'll leave, but then like, I guess she threatens to like, was it she's gonna show it to or Betty's gonna show it to the FBI?
Sure.
Later, but like, the whole time I'm just like, he's still alive. He might just come back, or he might just like be fucking with the town from out of town in a different town.
Yep.
Or just, like he's not gonna stop just because you fucking told him to leave.
100%.
Which at the end of this episode proves to be true to my point.
Yeah.
And then there's some sort of final big decision of the town in the episode. The town voting whether they should reincorporate. Oh yeah, and then Betty gets a call from the TBK, the trash bag killer.
Oh yeah.
Somehow he has her phone number, and he's all like, he's without a shirt, so he's Archie, I guess, from the future. That's what's gonna happen. He's going to be Archie from the future, killing people and then haunting them from the past.
Dude, what if you're right?
What if I told you I'm the writer of Riverdale? No, but then like, yeah, he's all. So he congratulates Betty on the graduation, but he's shirtless, covered in blood, and wearing a trash rag over his head. But apparently it's Home Alone. And then in this article, it's like, if this is somehow her dad, I swear. ... And I'm like, I wouldn't put that past you.
What? Wait.
In this article, it says, if this is somehow her dad, I swear. ... And I'm like, I wouldn't put it past the show to putting that.
Yeah.
Considering all it does is mention that her dad dies in one of the first episodes, and not showing that he actually died. But yeah, so he wears a trash bag on his head, but like when we saw him, it didn't look like it was a trash bag. It looked like it was just a mask.
Yeah.
When I saw it, because it just had like 2 holes in the eye.
Yeah.
Something like that was kind of weird. So Tony gives Fangs, names him the king of the serpents. They decide to get them back on. They decide to get them back on the track of the serpents for some reason. I don't know why. Apparently that one guy calling him soft got to her, so they're like, let's make the serpents a thing again for some reason. Kevin, the gay guy, is like telling his dad, because his dad's like, hey, you can be a sheriff with me now. And the Kevin's like, that'd be awesome, what about that? And then I thought he was going to say, I already have like 8 jobs, I can't do this one more thing. But then he was just like, no, I'm going to be going to, I want to go to New York and give Broadway a try again. And it's like, alright, I guess so. Oh god, and then we cut to fucking Cheryl, which, this fucking pissed me off.
Yes.
She pissed me fucking so much off this episode. She gets so annoying. So she's fucking doing child labor. She's breaking child labor laws by letting the fucking kid that she's supposed to be, the orphan kid that Tony gives her. She's just watching her do work in the mines.
Yep.
And I'm like, alright, that's cool, I guess. And then later on they find some skeletons in the mines, which looks like, one of them looked like it still had hair on it, which I didn't understand that. But she goes to talk to like the old woman, remember, Nana Rose?
Oh yeah.
Who knows all of the secrets of the town, but doesn't tell anyone until the last episodes or whatever. Or until she gets pressed on it. But she knows everything, apparently. So she goes to tell Nana Rose what the fuck is happening with those... what the fuck is up with those skeletons, and apparently it's... because we can't get away from the family of everything, always. Of fucking related to the Coopers and the Blossoms. But it's her ancestor, Abigail Blossom. Apparently, she ran a school for girls in 1819. About 200 years ago. And then she refused the townspeople to buy her maple groves to look for palladium. All the townspeople called her a witch, and they burned her at the stake, which I did not think was going to be a plot point in Riverdale.
Yeah.
That they were going to be doing a Salem witch trial thing.
Hint. Crossover with Sabrina.
Oh yeah, because I forgot that that's apparently in the same universe.
I'm almost positive that's why they did what they did in this episode.
With the whole witch thing too,
yeah.
and what's her name, possibly being a witch or whatever. Cheryl.
Yeah.
And of course, the ancestors that were like being the people that were persecuting them is also the ancestors of Archie, Betty, and Jughead. Because of course. But as she burned and dying, Abigail was cursed them. And then suddenly Cheryl's Twitch vibes this season are starting to make sense. I mean, not really. That's what this article says, and I'm like, it still doesn't make sense. But at least I guess it has a thing in it for some reason. And then, after her death, all the townspeople died in the collapse of the mines. And then, for some reason, the old woman has the journal for Abigail and decides to give it to Cheryl. I don't know why, like I mentioned to you, I don't know why we're trusting this old bitch at this point. See, I think she knows a lot more than she's letting on. And also, how can we trust her that she didn't just write it herself in a journal?
Yeah.
And there's also later on, she like gives her like, she's like, also I have this other last words that she said journal, that this thing I forgot to tell you about the other journal.
Yeah. There's the last words, and there was a scribe right by the fire.
Yeah, there's also this last journal that I was gonna give to you right now. And it's like, what? But so because of all this, she shows up.
And she shows up, and she's like, I demand reparations.
Yeah.
I'm important and you're not.
Yeah.
And nay, cousin, blah, 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 medieval language insert here.
Yeah, that's basically...
Kinda cringe.
That's pretty accurate. That's a very good impression of Cheryl. I don't know how you pulled that out of your ass. But yeah, she basically just is like...
That's literally what happened. I pulled it out of my ass. Okay?
She basically just shows up and demands... Yeah, she's like... As if her entire family was just like slaves or something. She's like, I demand fucking penitence, reparations for wronging. And it's like, she gets all on her high horse for some reason. It's like, who are you to just be like...
Yeah. My ancestor from 15,000 years ago was burned at the stake by my friend's ancestors. It's their problem now.
My ancestors...
Most normal people wouldn't give a shit, but I do.
My ancestors from 200 years ago were killed by your ancestors from 200 years ago, so you guys need to pay. And it's like, wait, what? What? Who are you to get on your high horse and just fucking say this shit? Like, not like you haven't done fucked up shit in the last 5 seasons. Or even your family has done fucked up shit. Your mom and your dad has killed people. And you think just because you painted and done some shit that you like all is forgiven in the town?
Yeah.
You fucking bitch. Oh, she just fucking annoyed me. Because she does it like not once but twice. So she wants a public apology. And then she doesn't get one of the town's meetings. She decrees that Thornhill's... Oh yeah, she decrees that Thornhill's no longer part of Riverdale. And then she returns to home and then reads the very curse that Abigail said all those years ago because the fucking old lady... Somehow, somewhere, someone wrote down the last words that she said and then someone kept it. I don't know, like, as she was dying, some person was like, John, get this done, write this down right now!
Yeah.
And then he's like, curse you, Jughead Jones.
Yeah.
In the butt.
In the butt.
And then he's like, John, how do you spell cursed thee? I forgot that one. It makes no sense to me.
Really doesn't make any sense to you?
No.
Like a fucking normal person?
Yeah. And then, so Cheryl, like, they have the town meeting. Cheryl bursts in, does that whole fucking thing again of, I need to fucking have repentance or whatever the fuck, right? Reparations and all that. And then, what's his name? Archie's like, actually, Tabitha, Tony, Alice, and Frank are the town council and all that shit. Because I don't know why they trust them out of everyone. And then Veronica and Reggie waste no time in pitching the casino idea to the council. Which they were like, we'll think about it, but we have to fix all the other shit in town, like the bridges and potholes and literally everything else in the town because it's all fucked. and all the fires, because fires just happen all the time. And then it cuts to Riverdale has a new town sign, which I guess Archie is reviving his dad's construction business. Because I forgot that his dad had a construction business to begin with.
Oh, there's another job for Archie.
Yeah. On top of being a firefighter, teacher, and working at the mines. Or I guess not anymore, but... so yeah, he made a new town sign, which... I guess that's the thing construction people will do? Yeah, I guess so, right? To build towns? Build signs?
Sure. Because he totally had enough time to do that.
Yeah, exactly, from everything that they do. Pop Tate is back, and is going to help Tabitha with the diner. He's like... Tabitha tells him about the lease thing, and then he's like... Well, you know what? I could help you with the money with my retirement savings. And she's like, good idea. And then like he's like, I'm gonna.
When everyone would say, hey, that's a bad idea.
Yeah. And then he's like, but on one condition, I will come back and help you, and come back and work because it's boring or something like that. So that's what happens. I guess her dad's coming back to help.
Try and free the firemen.
Oop. It just fucking. Okay, it just fucking went to some other site and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh,
I didn't look up porn. And then apparently Veronica and Reggie decided to make out in the back room, which we all knew that was going to happen too. So nice. Unsurprising. Betty and Archie decide to... They're like... Archie's basically just like, hey, you want to fuck? And now not just fuck with benefits. Actually fuck in a relationship now. And then Betty's like, alright. And then they fucking decide to kiss and make out and fuck each other. Like, it was very unsurprising, but it happened. So they're a relationship and back together, I guess. Oh yeah, and then this is the best fucking part. The very last bit of the episode.
Oh god, no.
So they decide to commemorate their fucking decision to fuck and get back together.
Yeah.
In a relationship. And then as they're going on the bed and as they're about to, they stop and then you can hear a faint ticking sound and you're like, what the fuck is this? Is this the fucking villain of Peter Pan? No, it's not.
It's just the fucking crocodile.
Oh no, crocodile, yeah. There's just a crocodile underneath the bed. They're like, what the fuck is that ticking sound? And then I audibly was like, no, it's not a fucking bomb, is it? And then to my chagrin, Archie looks underneath the bed and there's a fucking, like, 1960s evil villain comic book type bomb. Type, like, bomb with a ticking sound underneath their bed. And it says 3 seconds and then it goes 2, 1. And then it cuts to fucking, what's his name? Hiram?
Yeah.
In his car, out like right at the outskirts where the new town is, and then he's like, and he goes, I forget what he says. I can't remember if he said something, but he just like drives out of town and just leaves. And then it pans up towards the city, and you can see like a burning in the distance. I'm like, oh shit.
The kind of person people cross the street to avoid.
Yeah, and even here he says, and he's setting off a Wile E. Coyote-looking bomb at Archie's.
Yeah.
An officer's going to take.
And then it says in quotes, "If only Betty had more time, she could have defused it with a bobby pin." At the end of that, they just had to end it off with a fucking classic Riverdale. In classic Riverdale fashion, they just had to end it in
the most bullshit,
stupid,
yeah,
stupid fashion of 1960s comic book style.
Batman,
yeah.
66 shit.
Yeah, 1960s like Batman villain. Also, like I mentioned to you too after when we watched it, and I was just like, if he wanted to kill them, like, just put a bomb under there without a ticking time bomb. Like, just put it in there with like no ticking sound on it, or just put a bomb in there, or just put like a C4 right with like a remote detonation rate.
Oh yeah.
Like, why do you have to make it like a ticking time bomb?
I don't know, man.
I half expected it just to cut to Hiram and then him to just twirl his mustache and be like, Hee hee hee. I got those guys, didn't I? Yeah, I remember. I got them good, didn't I? Oh my god, it's so stupid.
You know what? If Hiram actually like if he had a remote detonator and he like and like he was sitting in his car and like literally he's like looking at the detonator, he's about to press it, he like twirls his mustache and goes presses the button, and then like fucking Betty and Archie are presumed dead. Fuck, I would be on the floor laughing my ass off.
That would be actually pretty funny. Just fucking...
Like, if he did that, but he was, like, fat, I think he's the Penguin.
But if he was fat... He's like... Meh. Those meddling kids won't stop me anymore. Even though they're fucking adults now, I guess. Oh my god, but yeah, of course, classic Riverdale finish, we just had to end in stupid shit, as usual. Crazy, wacky shit. But that's the end of the final episode. 19 of Season 5. But don't you worry, you little fucking dinky-ass heads. We're going to be coming back in Season 6!
Oh no, god no.
And we're gonna be on fucking up to date finally. And then we'll try to get it out like one episode, right? Or the like per week or whatever, right? Each episode weekly. But yeah, what do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah, Betty and Archie are obviously still alive.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, there's no way they're dead.
Because they're, like, literally probably the highest paid cast members.
True. It's more like because they're just, like, the main characters. And they always, like, are gonna be in there, right? But yeah, there's just, like, there's no way they're fucking dead. Like, I knew immediately, I'm like, even though it said 3 seconds, like, there's no way they're gonna die. They're probably gonna be alive. They're most likely gonna be alive and show up in next season. For Season 6. I guess the only mystery, like, it was kind of weird because in the beginning of this episode I was like, what do they have left to do? Because, like, they already, like, solved the whole Mothman, they did the whole serial killer thing, they found Polly, and then, but I guess they just pulled this bullshit out of their ass. And then I guess the only mystery that we have left, or the only thing that is left, is, like, the only thing that's kind of intriguing to me, because aside from, like, this one thing, I'm kind of like, I'm not as excited for, like, what the next season is going to bring. I'm excited to see what kind of bullshit they're going to do, but, like, there's no, like, kind of mystery to be like, oh, what about this, what about that? Aside from, like, the trash bag killer. That's, like, the only one that's like, okay, what's going to happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who's it going to be? Because I like my idea of, like, it's just fucking Archie from the future.
Yeah.
Time traveling. And he just decides to be a killer for some reason. But I did think that it could be his dad. Even before that, I was reading that article. I was like, it could be his dad, you know?
Oh, it could be.
Or not his dad, like, Betty's dad, yeah.
Yeah, I would not put it past that show.
Yeah, so...
Or Archie from the future. That would actually be kind of interesting for once.
That'd be fucking dope.
Yeah. Because, like, there's a season of The Flash where the villain was, like, a version of Barry Allen.
Yeah. Well, it's him from the future, right?
Technically, it's like a version of Barry that future Barry plucked from the timeline to fight himself.
Yeah.
So it's like a time-displaced Barry. They didn't explain how he got this giant scar on his face. It was all very weird, and it was full of plot holes.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah. They didn't...
Savitar, right?
Yeah, no, I forgot that they didn't explain the scar and all that.
Yeah. They just called him Pizza Face.
Yeah,
so that'd be cool. Archie from the future is actually, like...
Yeah. Because, like, Because, like, they do mention that, like, in one of the first episodes that, like, Betty...
Yeah.
That her, like, dad died. But, like, they don't show it. They don't really talk about it ever after that, so, like, he very well could be alive and be the trash bag killer for some reason. And be in New York.
I will.
Or whatever.
Don't go anywhere.
Or wherever he is. Are you looking up Betty's dad dead?
Oh. He was shot in the head and killed by Penelope.
Oh, right.
Shit.
Yeah, because that happened in... Wasn't that season 4 or something? Or season 5, was it? I don't know, I can't remember all the fucking 20 seasons in this fucking show.
Yikes, so...
Um,
Future Archie, then.
yeah, it's between Future Archie or fucking Betty's dad.
But Betty's dad's dead.
Oh, yeah, shit. Okay, it's Future Archie then.
Yeah.
No, because we all know all serial killers are related in this universe.
Yeah.
To Betty or fucking Cheryl.
Yeah.
Blossom. So it's got to be a Cooper or a. It's got to be a Cooper or a Blossom. So it's either a long lost Betty cousin or a long lost Cheryl cousin, or it could be Betty's brother. The one that was in the FBI? You fucking looking this up?
I am looking this up. Okay.
No.
An extremely far-fetched theory about TVK. Oh, here we go. Reddit.
Oh, no.
Reddit. Let's
go,
boys.
Let's trust like 200. Let's trust a fucking 2 IQ from a fucking fan of the show. From a 12-year-old that's watching this. But yeah, so that's sort of like the only mystery left. Yeah, it has to be like either a cousin. What?
When season 4 was coming, Lachlan Monroe, who plays Hal Cooper, had posted a picture about his line in the script, even though he was supposed to be dead. My theory is that they're bringing back a character they originally thought was dead. I thought it could be Hal Cooper. He does have a previous history, serial killer, yeah. That's cool.
He got shot, I guess. I don't know. Unless they resurrect him.
For real, though. Riverdale's writers are on crack or something. They have aliens now, too. No, there's definitely... It's not just us that thinks it's Betty's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you said he got shot.
It's okay. It's going to be Lachlan Monroe playing Hal Cooper's identical twin brother who just got out of the psych unit after being admitted as a teenager for reasons named Al Cooper.
That's probably the most true. It's going to be the same actor, but it's going to be like the long lost brother or something, a twin brother. So that's probably more likely. It's definitely going to be related to Cheryl or related to Betty in some way, some long lost fucking thing. It's probably going to be... Or it could be Betty's brother, the FBI guy who was a serial killer. He just went full crazy. No. Yeah, you remember him? Oh no, he was in this episode, right?
Yeah.
Or in this season?
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be him, and then, we're going to have fun times with that.
It's not him, he's a troglodyte.
Troglodyte. But yeah, that was season 5. What did you think of it?
Yeah, all 0 of our viewers.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, what did I think of it?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I will give Riverdale props for making it interesting.
That is true.
It is doing what The Flash is failing to do right now.
Yeah.
The Flash is not interesting at all.
Because it's like, it's not a very good show, but it's like, it's so wacky that like that's the reason why I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Because it's just stupid shit that happens, and you're like, what is happening?
See, like, Riverdale, like, it's so crazy, but that's what kind of actually interests me.
Yeah.
When I try and watch The Flash, it's just the episode, the plots are so boring and have nothing to do with the character.
Mm-hmm.
At least with Riverdale, they literally can take anything and make it a plot, and I'd probably be interested. Like, aliens? Sure.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not?
Although there wasn't any real aliens, so...
No. And it turns out, yeah, the Mothman wasn't even real.
Yeah. Although I would like to see them go more crazy and actually do have aliens. Although like I mentioned to you, that doesn't really, like, answer the... Like, because there's, like, the bright white lights in the sky, and then, like when they first have the alien encounter at Pop's shop. And then there's the, was that at the Pop shop, and then there was, like, all the, like, the electronics and lights blinking in and out, and all this shit. So it doesn't really answer that. Like, was that actual aliens? Like, or was that just, like, a convenient timing at the same time of, like, truck drivers? Of the serial killer truck driver killers? Yeah, I don't know. I definitely, this one was definitely a wacky season, too. Not as wacky, it wasn't my favorite season as... I think the one with the farm was my favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was stupid, and it also had, like, Griffins and Gargoyles, which is just stupid as well.
Oh, yeah, that was just so fucking dumb.
But this one's definitely up there. I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, wackiness. Except there was some, like, serious kind of shit, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, the musical ones I didn't really enjoy. Yeah, I thought it was very good for being wacky and all that shit. Oh, you took too long. Yeah, I don't know. And then I'm looking forward to the trash bag killer.
Yeah.
In season 6.
Obviously, they're gonna do something with him. Like, he's obviously someone close to Betty.
Yeah. Because he knows her name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they're probably gonna do that same thing that they have done for the last 2 seasons, where, like, the beginning of the first season, the beginning of the new season is, like, the ending bit of, like, the last season. Because remember they've done that every single season prior.
Oh yeah.
And then they, like, took a break, and then, like, they had, like, the newer season.
Yeah.
So they're probably gonna do that.
That's cool.
Yeah. I know, for me, like, the ranking, I think, of, like, the seasons is, like, season 1 is the best. Because it kind of made the most sense. Then season 2. And then, no, that's season 3, and then season 2 for me. And then, like, season 4, no, and then season 5, and then season 4 is, like, my lowest out of all of them. Like, it kind of made, like, the most... Season 4 kind of made the most sense as opposed to season 1. But, like, it wasn't as, like... It was just kind of, like, a weird conspiracy of, like, the prep school, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, it was kind of weird, and I was like, alright. I wasn't as, like... I didn't really
Was it as weird as fucking Edgar taking off in, like, a fucking spaceship?
Yeah, I know. Except for that guy that jumped out of a fucking building for some reason. Remember, he just, like, jumped out the window? And I'm like, oh, I thought he would still be alive, and then he just ends up dying because it's, like, a two-story building or whatever. Oh, man. But yeah, that's it for our fucking Riverdale podcast. But don't you worry, we'll be back soon, so you won't have to miss us as I rub his nipples.
God. And you say you don't like men.
I don't. Not in that way. But yeah, we might do a secret special something maybe next week. It depends if we're all down for it.
I'm gonna have to find that comic book again.
What do you mean find it? Did you lose it?
I think it's on my bookshelf still, and I'm gonna have to find a copy for you. Unless we do it in person.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
We could just all read it.
Fucking table read?
Yeah.
Nice.
Table read of something that happened like seasons ago, like 3 seasons ago.
Get fucking thrashed and read a Riverdale comic book.
Yeah. Then have Chad. read it too.
Yeah. Nice.
It's fucking funny as shit. Alright, but yeah, thanks for watching.
Right.
Of this wrap up of our journey.
See you at our fucking special next weekend.
Thank you for watching our wrap up of the special. You know, fucking season 5.
Same Archie Bat time, same Archie Bat channel.
Thank you for going through our journey with us with Riverdale of our season 5. It was a doozy. If you've gotten this far, I commend you, and I appreciate it. Leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, we'll
subscribe.
Yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one.
See you guys later.
Peace.